Hey guys, welcome back to the Village Hidden in the Streets. We are the Black Flames. I am Dr. Griffs.
My name is Bam, and welcome back to the channel for another video. Guys, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I don't know if this is the first video. No, it's definitely not the first video we put into the new year. But this is the first video we're recording in the new year. So Happy New Year to you guys. We hope that you guys have an amazing 2022. But before we can really get into starting our 2022, I think it's nice and good to like reflect on 2021, you know, reflect on like different goals and achievements we kind of approached, different things that kind of happened in 2021 that we kind of just want to share and talk with you guys about. And that's what today's topic of today's video is reflecting on 2021 and our goals and achievements for it. Dr. Griffs, you could jump in anytime you want with this conversation. You know, it's so weird, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's always a kind of memed. It's kind of memed with like, you know, new year, new me. You know, I think we always kind of like, you know, get the New Year's resolutions each year. But I think going into 2021, it kind of had a different vibe to the new year, new me kind of energy. Because 2020, like, to me, honestly, was pretty much a trash year. You know what I mean? It was a year that kind of messed up a lot of things. So going into 2021, setting up goals was a little bit weird. What about you?
Yeah, 2020 was definitely a humbling year. You know, 2019 you might feel like you're the king of the world, you're on top of everything. And then March of 2020 crept in, and you're like, oh, this is light work. This isn't really going to affect me. No, it is going to affect you.
It was supposed to be 2 weeks, man. So like, yeah, we're just gonna close things out for 2 weeks. It's not a big deal.
What a time to be alive.
So Dr. Griffs, is there any like goals or things that like what are the goals that you kind of came up with for yourself for 2021, and like how was it for you going into it?
I am still processing that it's 2022 now. Like,
yeah. All even numbers.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. When I was younger, I saw that like people say like time flies faster when you get older, and I was like, that true? They said when you're one, you know, 1 year is 100% of your life.
Right.
When you're 90, 99 or 100, 1 year is only 1/100th of your life. So that's why times look like it's just flying by at that age. That being said, I'm not 100, but you know, I'm like a quarter of that.
It does feel like that. Yeah, it does feel like that.
Those last years just flew by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one of my goals was to not catch it. Because like my day job, I interact with people like all the time. I interact with technology in classrooms, and you know what I'm saying, I'm around people. So I was just nervous that I might get it from somebody, and you know, I touched something because I was close to somebody, but I didn't catch it. So I was fortunate and happy about that.
Yeah, that makes one of
us. That's why the biggest goal I had last year. That's why the single biggest goal I had last year. Yeah.
Okay.
I accomplished it.
Yeah, I mean, that makes one of us. You know, I mean, that wasn't a specific goal I was trying to go for, but yo, bro, literally caught me at the last week of it. Caught me on Christmas with it. Crazy.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. I'm assuming you're feeling better?
Oh yeah, feeling. I basically feel 100%. I was kind of joking / not joking with Dr. Griff, saying like, "Yo, I'm ready to go. Give me the results. I'm ready to go." but you know, being safe, being responsible about it. But yeah, that sucks, man. Like, I think that, you know, I don't know if YouTube still has a big deal about saying it. You know, the thing in the world that thou shalt not be named, you know, really impacted so much. To me, it really impacted what I felt was possible for the year. You know, like, even, and we'll kind of talk about this when we go into our goals and desires for 2022 in the next video. One of my goals I kind of had was traveling to Japan, but you don't know like how things are going to be regulated, and like, so even if I had that goal on the list, it just might not be possible if I want to do everything like to the book and everything like that, right? So last year I kind of kept it. I started off the year with like 10 goals, but I think 2 months into last year, I kind of was like, yeah, this is too much to keep track of for me personally. So I ended up cutting it down to like 3 major goals, right? So last year I had a fitness goal, then I had a job-wise goal, and then I had a move-out goal. So the fitness goal was I wanted to get a bench press of 315 pounds for 1 rep. I wanted to get a squat of 405 for 1 rep. And I wanted to get a deadlift of 500 for 1 rep. And last year, I ended the year with a bench of 305, squat of 405, and deadlift. It's one of those annoying things because everyone there that was watching me do it at the time was like, yo bro, you basically had 500, bro. You basically had 500. So what happened was like I was putting the plates on each side, right? And in my head I thought it was 500. So I pulled it, it went up, put it back down, but then after counting back the numbers on the plate, it was actually 495 pounds. So I'm 5 pounds off from 500. So
Could you have like put a 5 pound on it real quick, or he just like energy was depleted by that point?
So, yo, my energy was done after that. After I did that, I was like, that was like my last rep. There's this thing. I don't know what the scientific terminology for it is, but it's like basically it's like your nervous system burns out. So even if your muscles have the physical capacity to do it, is like your emergency safety systems in your body is like, nah, this not the, you know. Yeah, so like that one was one of those things that like I pulled, and how it pulled, it came up. I knew I couldn't do it again for that day. So I was like, so once I pulled it, I was like, yo, crazy, 500 club, 500. Came back, started looking at it, and I'm like, because my friend, he had these like special plates, these 2.5 plates that you'll put on each side. That'll give you the 5 extra pounds, right? And I saw it in his hand, and I was like, wait, why? How could it be in your hand? Did you start? I was like, yo, did you start unracking the weight? And he's like, nah, bro, it's still there. I was like, carry the 1, 2. I did 495, yo. So you know, it's like it's basically for, well, the squat locked it in. So, but for most of my fitness strength-wise goals, really close to getting them. So I assume that when I'm able to get back to the gym after being quarantined, after like a month or 2, I should be able to lock in those remaining few pounds for my other lifts, and then I can move on to my actual 2022 goals for fitness and stuff, you know.
I don't think. Well, that's impressive, by the way.
Thank you.
Where did you start? Do you remember where you started at? Like was $500 even like conceivable when you first started?
Like when I first started working out, or first started for last year?
You first started working out.
Phew, no, bro. It never even crossed my mind. It never even crossed my mind. It just became one of those things that, to me, like I thought 315 is, oh yeah, whatever. Like that's dope and everything. I think it's because before in the past I never thought of myself as like a big, strong person. So like hitting numbers like that, it didn't even make sense to me at the time, you know? So, but just, I think it was just like having reinforcement from actually older people at the gym being like, yeah, man, you could go further. And so like that, just the idea of you could go further, constantly kept hitting me in the head. And I was like, why not? Yeah. So
500, I mean, 495, 500. That's impressive.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I can probably do a fraction of that. The size of the fraction, I'm not sure. I don't want to say it on the camera right now, but I can do a fraction of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Big man, Dr. Griffs, bro. Big man, Dr. Griffs.
But yeah, I don't think I've had any like specific goals like that this year. Or I guess it's last year. I think more of my goals were kind of vague.
Okay.
Like I wanted to create more instrumentals. I wanted to create better instrumentals. Like these aren't necessarily something you could like, you know, say how does one make. Well, I can tell when it's better. You know what I'm saying? I listen to my old work and listen to my new work, I'm like, okay, that was trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is better than trash. It's like recycling. You know what I'm saying? And I think another goal I had was just to like not work as much.
What you did accomplish that by the end of
I
the
did
year.
that. Yeah, I've been saying no to people who want to ask me to DJ at different events. I'm like, nah. And the the Pangea made it.
Pangea.
Pangea made it very easy for me to be like, nah, I'm sorry, I can't do this event. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to turn down more people with the DJing, and I've been able to change my schedule to one that I like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's dope, yo.
I'm pretty good about that.
Like, all right. So bear with me with this thought, right? Okay. If you were an avatar, right? You guys, if you guys are longtime viewers of us, then you know that I'm always bringing up Avatar every chance I get. But if you were an avatar, what element would you be bending? I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but which one do you think that you personally would be bending?
Like, which one would I want to bend?
Now,
or
which one do you think, based on like who you are and like how you approach situations, would you be bending?
I guess water. I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like how you approach your goals would feel like a waterbender, how a waterbender would approach it.
Please elaborate.
All right. So to me, it's like,
yeah, clearly this is not scripted.
yeah, it's not scripted at all. But because to me, and like I could definitely be wrong. This is just my headcanon, right? To me, I feel like I would never be able to have goals abstract like that. Because I feel like I personally need hard set, measurable. If my goal is like I want to say I couldn't function with a goal of I need to save more money. I can only function with a goal I need to save X amount of money. That's the only way I could function. So to me, I would approach things in my head canon more like an earthbender, right? But to me, I feel like based on like what I know about you and like how you approach situations, that's very waterbender-esque. Is like you kind of get it done, even though you don't have like a solid, steadfast thing that you absolutely need to hit to get it done. Because to me, like you, based on what I know about you and like your personal stuff, is like you have accomplished those things, those abstract things. Like yeah, he did do that. Yep, he did do that. But I wouldn't be able to do that. Like for example, like I couldn't go to the gym and be like, my goal this year is just to get stronger. You know,
and I don't think you should do that. I think like I had. Sorry, I cut you. I completely.
No, you're doing your thing.
No. I had goals like probably make 3 beats a week or something like that.
Okay.
But I'm like, when I was starting that process, I realized that 1, it wasn't that enjoyable to me. 2, wasn't that realistic. Or 3, like, hey, what if you got a DJ one week? Do you really want to prioritize making a beat when you could be practicing for your next event or anything like that? Or maybe you should get better at playing piano, so when you make a beat, it will, you know what I'm saying? So I might start off with a solid goal, but life shows me that you should gotta be fluid and flexible.
Yeah. That's a good point. Sometimes you gotta, like, life is crazy. You gotta adjust to life, and like sometimes you gotta adjust your goals. Like
2020 happened. That opened my eyes. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess things are changing now.
Yeah.
You know that?
And I think so like remember I brought up 3 goals. So my second goal I wanted to bring up is my goal of getting a new job. So got a new job last year because 2020 hit hard. Thank you, bro. 2020 hit hard and lost my previous job, and so my goal was I want X amount of money for salary in this field. Right, so field, I feel comfortable telling you guys the field, not the salary. I feel comfortable telling you guys the field. Front-end web developer, and I had like specific things I wanted from the company. I wanted the company to be an environment that I felt very comfortable in, an environment where I felt respected me as a member of the team, and just one that I just felt like respected my time. I wanted to be remote and be able to do things my way while getting the work done. Right, and found that, but that one took I lost my job. I lost my previous job in June of 2020, and I got the new job in August of 2021. So it took a year. Like I was unemployed for about a year. I wish I looking back, I wish I used that unemployed year more effectively, you know, especially for like content creation as a YouTuber. Like I could have invested a lot more time into that, but take those lessons, move forward with it, and just pump out more content moving into this year. That's the goal. But I kind of wanted to bring that goal up because I think sometimes you just gotta hold fast in terms of what you want, looking at what you have available to you to keep you alive and sustain yourself, you know, and just kind of commit to it. Like there's so many times where I'll apply to places, didn't hear back, and so many times I've applied to places, would hear back, but it would give me an offer that didn't match what I was looking for, and I didn't see a trajectory within that specific company to what in 3 months to 6 months to get to those numbers I was looking for. Is either they would give me the numbers, but based on the interview process and the interaction with the other developers and people, I found that this would be one that doesn't respect my time. Like there was this one company that I interviewed with, they offered me more money than what I originally wanted, but like how the interview process kind of go, it was kind of like something can break at 2 a.m. in the morning, and then they would be like, yo, it was your job to fix it. So I had to get out. Like to me, like that didn't respect my time whatsoever. So I turned down a bunch of stuff, and it was kind of like annoying and upsetting, especially for the people in my family when I would tell them about these opportunities. But sometimes you gotta be like tough with it, you know. Sometimes you gotta be like steadfast in terms of what you actually want, if you have the luxury or the privilege to do so. And yeah, that was so. Got my new job this year. I've been really enjoying working for that company. The people respect my time. It has a very the company has a very strong family-esque vibe to it, while being respectful and responsible and like getting things done. You know what I mean? Yeah, appreciate that.
That's cool. Congratulations. I think we are on different like paths right now. Mm-hmm. I'm making like $15 an hour, 15 some change, $15.89 for a while, and now I'm making like $16.53. Mm-hmm. Well, I was making like, I think it was $16.21. That was the most previous raise I had before this one. Mm-hmm. I realized I was making like $130 per day, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I could use the money, but I could also use the time. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, $130 isn't really gonna make or break me per day. It's like $260 pay period, $520 a month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I started running the numbers. And with that, I was like, yo, I'd rather just not work and just work on me. If that's health, you know, DJing, music, video, or just breeding. You know what I'm saying? So I downsized my job from, you know, Monday to Thursday to Monday through Wednesday, just to give me more time. And also, I work on a campus. The Pangea going crazy right now. The Panorama going crazy right now.
Yeah, really crazy, man.
I figured it'd be better for me to not spend as much time on that in that area. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I'm a part-time worker, so I don't want to work almost full-time hours as a part-time worker. You know, if I'm working almost full-time, I must be working full-time hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all that, and you know, DJing happens on the weekend. So I had some reasons, and I realized like your money ain't that deep. I'm financially content with life right now. And that, you know, Bam knows me from college days.
Oh yeah, this man was the epitome of starving, bro. This man, starving for everything. Never starving for women, but starving for food, starving for money. This guy was starving, man.
I remember there was when the minimum wage was like $7.25 an hour. I think when we first got to college, I was like, yo, why go to class? I can make $150 in this check. I was choosing work over everything.
Yeah.
Everything. 14-hour shifts. I was like, okay. Like, Dr. Griffith's the weekend. I'm like, okay, it's all good. 14-hour shift. And then the DJing started happening, and you know, I went even crazy with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is one of the few times in my life where I'm just like, yo, I don't really need the money. And I'm trying to acknowledge that growth that I've had. So one of my goals has been just like spending more time with my family or contacting them more. So I've been like calling my mom like once a week or so, calling my like nephews and everything like that. So I've been actively trying to spend more time with my family. That's been a goal of mine.
And that's a good goal, man. I think that's one that we forget to do. You know, like it's been so focused on just like getting these acclimates. Is that the word?
It is for the pod.
New word, acclimates, guys. But we forget about the little things that I think matter the most. Like when you hear about these like these older individuals that like are coming close to the end of their life, they don't really mention all these big grandiose stuff. They mention more about family and the little things, you know. That's why health is so important to me, because they mention like, just being able to like walk around and have proper mobility is like, I'm not trying to have lower back pain, you know what I'm saying? Like doing stuff, man, trying to do stuff. But yeah, man, I think I think that brings me to the thinking, because I feel like a viewer can like look at like my approach to things and your approach to things and be like, okay, like Bam is going the work 9-to-5 route while doing part-time stuff with YouTube, while Dr. Griffiths is going down the path of let me maximize the amount of time I have available to myself so I could put more time into content creation. But I think
life, or just living life,
or just living life. And I think ultimately the thing that connects both me and Dr. Griffiths and how we approach things is if we take an inventory of what we want out of life. You know, we take an inventory of like, okay, this year I want this for myself and I want to experience this, and then just trying to find a path to do that, you know. Yeah, man. We're coming. Well, we got a couple more minutes. Do you have any other goals or things about 2021 that you kind of want to bring up or anything like that?
Part of 2020. Yeah. Well, I also I wanted to get a piano and like really start focusing on piano playing. I didn't get that good. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But I made progress. You know what I'm saying?
Progress.
And I probably will. This video will probably have one of my favorite instrumentals I made of last year in the background. So yeah, didn't catch the vid. Started playing the piano more. And big thing. That is, we created this pod. That was yeah. I made sure I write that one down. Yeah, we created this pod. We were talking about it for a while, and then we were like, okay, all right. I think Bam brought it up again. He was like, yo, seriously, I want to like create a pod. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right. Then we made a little meeting and we said, okay, logistically, what we want to talk about. Okay, we want to talk about anime. We want to talk about music, but we don't want to talk about just anime. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what would be a cool name? We're like, we had a list of names, then we went with The Village Hidden in the Streets. You know, it had like the anime, it had like the black culture. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we created a pod.
Yeah, man. That's like, to me, the accomplishment is like, yo, we took something from the abyss of like just nothing, and then we're like on 25th episode now.
Yeah, we almost had 25 episodes in a year, but life happened, so we had to move some things around. You know what I'm saying? So that's from zero, from a concept to a product. I think I'm pretty proud about that.
Yeah, and just looking forward to improving our content, improving how we approach things, and so that we can push the content we put on this platform to further heights. Yeah, last year I was really hoping to move out. But it was one of those things that just financially everything had to make sense, and it just wasn't make sense at the time. So, but this year, which we'll talk about in the next video, this year things are gonna go down. Things are gonna happen. So, guys, if you're excited to kind of talk about moving into this year, talk about your goals and achievements, look forward to that next video. But before that, in the comment section down below, what are things that happened last year? What are goals and achievements that you kind of had last year that you achieved or had trouble achieving? Because for me, you know, is like, to me, I see goals as things that help you get further along the path. So, like, we're not God, you know. We cannot dictate if we're really going to hit a goal, unless you make like a really basic goal. Like, my goal is to get out of bed, but even for some people, you know, it's like we're not God, we're not deities with it. So to me, goals are just things, these bullet points, these points that we can like kind of help give us direction in terms of moving. So let us know in the comment section down below what goals you have for last year, and tune in for the next episode when we talk about our goals for this year. So anyway, Dr. Griffs, do you have anything else you want to add?
Nah, I look forward to seeing y'all in the next episode. Peace.
Right. Peace.